Well, hello again. When I was doing the last video, I looked at some videos done by a channel called Wonder Hussy. Now, Wonder Hussy is one of these explorers. She goes out and she looks at abandoned mines and all this sort of stuff. She lives in Nevada. I think she lives in Las Vegas, actually. And she visited Roswell and Rachel and another place as well. And she showed how commercialized all this UFO stuff is. So I'm just going to use a couple. I'll link to Wonder Hussy's videos below, and if you find those sort of exploration type videos, abandoned stuff exploration type videos interesting or entertaining, check out her channel. She does a lot of interesting stuff. I think there's quite a few people that do that sort of thing, but I think she's got the gift of the gab, Wonder Hussy. She's I'm surprised she doesn't get a professional gig doing the sort of stuff she does. She obviously does a little bit of research into the things that she looks at. Now, I'm just going to go to a clip of Wonder Hussy having a look at Roswell, and it's all about alien ET novelties, Roswell. It's all inflatable aliens and plastic flying saucers and all this sort of stuff, and I think that's what it's all about, really. It's I think Stanton Friedman went down there and said, you realise, you know, there's an awful lot of potential, financial potential in this. If this covered up alien craft crash is spruiked, you know, you get a lot of people coming to Roswell. They'll be going out there and they'll be having a look, and just take a look at this. Actually, shall I? Let's take some bass out of the monitor speaker because it doesn't come out very well on the camera, and I'll just start the Wonder Hussy video. What I should have done, of course, was watched it through and put some timestamps in there, but and just gone to the timestamps. But let's have a look anyway. So let's see how it starts. Now, her video is called wearing a Rachel Nevada hat in Roswell, New Mexico. But she's in Roswell, and as you can see, there's a Roswell t-shirt there. There's a shop. I'll just mute the sound there. And she wanders up and down the high street, basically, and she has a look at the Roswell Museum. There we are, Roswell, New Mexico. She's going to tell us that, actually I'll let that run.
I'm all the way over here in Roswell, New Mexico, which is famously the site of an alleged UFO crash. Back in the 40s, this, well, weather balloon, Air Force balloon, crashed in the desert out here, and it wasn't long before people started saying that it was actually a UFO and the government was trying to cover something up. Well, that was the late 40s. Eventually, I guess, attention died out, and then for whatever reason in the late 70s people got really into it again, like, oh, the government's covering something up out there, I just know it was a UFO.
Yes,
and then from there it kind of went back up.
Yes, and of course the reason everybody got back into it again was that Stanton Friedman went down there and started poking around. It was completely dead right up until that point, and there's even a picture of Stanton Friedman in the Roswell UFO Museum on the wall that I'll show you in a little bit.
Up into the news again, a lot of conspiracy theories. There was that alien autopsy video where, I don't know, you may have seen that.
Yeah, well, we all know that's a fake.
It came out in the 90s. Oh, we found this footage of them doing an autopsy on the aliens that crashed, blah, blah, blah. I'm really not I mean, I'm open-minded. I'm not so egotistical as to assume that we are the only life form in the universe, but do I really believe that was a UFO? Not so much, man. But here's what I'm doing today. Thought it'd be interesting.
So here's at least one person in Nevada that can tell fact from fiction.
If I wore my Rachel, Nevada hat in Roswell, New Mexico. Because Rachel, Nevada is the town right outside Area 51, which has a little bit of its own UFO conspiracy situation going on, okay? But I just thought, like, oh wow, wearing a Rachel, Nevada hat in Roswell, New Mexico is kind of like wearing a Coca-Cola hat at a Pepsi factory or
Yeah, okay. Well, let's just move this on a bit. And there we go. Look at this. The UFO Museum and and Research Center at Roswell, New Mexico. I wonder what sort of research they do there. They probably research on how much more money they can get out of the gullible half-wits that go there and buy the inflatable aliens and the T-shirts.
and Research Center. Definitely going to go check that out. Then there's also a whole bunch of alien invasion T-shirts. There's another alien gift shop up that way. There's all kind of alien stuff to look at here. So
yeah, so it's a business. You know, the UFO cover up at Roswell, the UFO crash at Roswell. It's a business. That's all it is. You know, people go to Roswell, they go out and they look and they buy T-shirts and they buy inflatable aliens, and some people even buy inflatable aliens and make videos that are all fuzzy and tell you that they're real aliens.
we definitely got to go in and check this out, man. Look at this.
Yeah, look at it. Oh, alien stickers and patches and don't quite know what that is. Roswell Invaders number 5. So they've even got this would be I don't know, baseball team, maybe football team. Extraterrestrial UFO Museum patch. Usual sort of novelties.
Wow, fly swatter.
Oh, you probably can't see that. I was a little bit late pausing that, but that's the usual ET face on a fly swatter. Oh dear. Yeah, air freshener. You know, this is all serious UFO research. Remember, research centre, air freshener. It's a vanilla air freshener with the green ET face shape, of course.
I will say, having been to Rachel, Nevada, I think that Roswell has their game together just a little bit better than Rachel. If you've ever been to Rachel, it is tiny. There's like 2 trailers and nothing else. But that's kind of part of its charm. So I'll be curious to see how this place compares. I went into the UFO Museum. Here's the UFO Hall of Fame.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The UFO Hall of Fame, you got an ET here, you got a flying saucer here, you know, you got another alien here. I mean, this is just, I don't know, I mean, it's just obviously
Look at this.
rubbish, isn't it? This is all just rubbish, a way of getting money out of tourists.
UFO debris field, 1947. Oh, it's like a
UFO debris field. Now, notice that the replica of the UFO debris field, you know, doesn't contain the stuff described by Mac Brazel. It doesn't contain any balsa wood sticks, rubber strips, tin foil, or Scotch tape.
a little mini bas relief of the crash site. Ah, this is so cool. Look at all these. Oh, well, look. They had a float.
Oh, no. This is actually a float in the Roswell town. These are people here. This is a float in the Roswell town parade. Oh, dear.
In the Tournament of Roses 2008 parade. Cool. Oh, wow, look. Here's one of those autograph walls where everybody signs their name except for do not write on the wall. Well, why would you have a wall like this?
Yeah, it's probably because it's full. I'd guess. You know, if you continue to write on the wall, to be writing over what's already there is probably. Wow,
look at all these
I wonder if Ben Emlyn-Jones is there,
famous people that have been
or Richard Dolan.
here. That's, you know who that is? That's the mom from E.T. with Drew Barrymore. Remember?
Yeah, more fictional rubbish.
That must be some guy from another alien movie.
Yeah, I can't pick that one.
There's a guy from some other alien movie.
I can't pick that one either.
I'm sorry,
Oh, that's
I don't watch a lot of
2001,
movies, so I'm not
isn't it?
sure what these movies are. There's a chick
No, can't pick that one.
from some other alien movie. I'm gonna
All fictional stuff, of course.
guess this guy has something to do with aliens. I don't know who he is. Oh, look, here's the alien autopsy.
Or one of the many fake alien autopsies.
Yikes, man, I sure would like to be at an alien autopsy. Well, maybe I'll be lucky. And they'll be doing one while I'm here.
As long as they're not doing one on you, WH.
Wow, so here we are. This is the lobby of the museum.
Yeah.
And here's some of the guys from the UFO Hall of Fame. Nuclear physicist Stanton.
Yeah. Now, here's the man that started it all. Remember the Roswell story was dead and buried before Stanton Friedman went down there and started poking around and told them all they could make a fortune if they spruiked this rubbish. And remember that Stanton Friedman never ever mentions that Mac Braswell found the debris in his field on June the 14th. Never mentions that. Saw the nasty storm on July the 7th. Never ever mentions balsa wood sticks. Mac Braswell saying he found balsa wood sticks, scotch tape, rubber strips and tin foil. Never mentions any of that.
T. Friedman. He began the civilian investigation of the Roswell incident.
Yeah, except he left he left all the bits out of his investigation that clearly point to the fact that it was a mogul balloon string or similar.
And there's this guy, Thomas Carey. He was
Yeah, I don't know who he was.
an investigative partner of Donald Schmidt.
Oh, okay.
I guess they did some investigation at the site. And
All these people are writing books, of course, making money. It's all about making money. None of it's real.
look at this guy. Donald Schmidt. That's Donald Schmidt. Okay, cool. So they did all the investigations. Oh, thank you. Look, my friend just got me a sticker for the museum. Thank you, Mike. Here's some more guys that did alien research or UFO research. Cool. We don't have time to look at all these dudes, although look at this guy. Very dapper. Oh, he was working at the Air Force Base. Look.
Well, no, actually, he was working at the funeral home. That's Glenn Dennis. Yeah, again, you know, it's if you can tell me this, of course, if you had some involvement with it, it'd be worth some money to you. Oh, sure, yeah, I remember the call distinctly.
He was called into the hospital with questions about the child-sized caskets. Ooh, that guy knows. Oh man, the lady at the front desk at the museum told me I can't shoot any footage in here that's for publication, so I'm not going to be able to. Well, if you like kitschy souvenir shops, you are in luck in this town because we got a
Third Rock, alien spacecraft, kitschy souvenir shops. Now let's have a look at this.
Planet Roswell alien spacecraft store here. Right down the street, there's an alien zone. On the other side of the street, we have the Roswell UFO and alien stuff landing. And I think there might even be another alien store down that way. So we've got our work cut out for us. I don't know, I kind of like the look of this. They got this really cool diorama on the window. It's pretty cool.
Another diorama. More inflatable aliens. Alien t-shirts. Oh dear. A tapestry, alien tapestry could go on the wall. You know, you got another grey here, mug here. Oh, they're drinking bottles there, probably recovered from the actual crash. And there's a saucer there with an alien getting out the top of it. I mean, this is just ridiculous rubbish, isn't it? This is all that's perpetuating this ridiculous Roswell UFO story.
Cool. R2D2. Look at that. Oh, wait, look, the police.
Oh dear. The Pleiadians. Inflatable aliens. Oh dear!
aliens.
Oh, Peter Paget. Oh, he's disappeared, hasn't he, Peter Paget? Probably even the people that spruik all this rubbish have finally realised that Peter Paget is a nutcase. After he told everyone he was 52% plead, he's disappeared. No one's interested in talking to him. Not even Kerry Cassidy or Miles Johnston, whose last video I think shows a woman that was in a previous life. I think she was Cleopatra. Oh dear, gotta love this. This rubbish. Really, it's so entertaining.
Well, I love them. Too
Can't remember any of their hits. We've got some more aliens here.
funny. Look at all this stuff. Holy.
Look at it all. Look at it all. Now, this is obviously it's a hub of serious scientific research, Roswell, isn't it? You can tell.
Cow, I better go in this store. I need a new hat. You know, if I don't want to offend people with this Rachel hat, I gotta get a better hat. You know what I mean? Oh, and look at this. This store would be a good one to support because look, they. There's a weird. I think I should get out of this place. All right, this place looks much better. Vacation rental.
Yeah, there you go. So you can get
this place.
vacation houses for rent in Roswell.
All right, this place looks much better. Vacation rental.
Weather balloon pilot. Yeah, that's quite good. And there's a sign here that says, "Sorry, we have no public restrooms." So that gives you some idea of how many tourists there are wandering up and down this Roswell High Street all the time. You know, because they've got a sign in the window saying, "Sorry, there's no public toilets in there." So there's obviously quite a lot of visitors. I think this UFO yarn brings quite a lot of money into Roswell, New Mexico.
Balloon pilot, look at this. Oh, we're gonna find so much cool stuff in here. I hear.
Even more inflatable aliens and T-shirts and, you know, alien models.
Wow, look at this little alien trailer. Huh?
Oh, no. Alien caravan. Oh dear, Alien Isle. Oh, dear me.
There's a little diorama. How cute! Oh, wait a minute. Now there's the book, UFOs and the Murder of Marilyn Monroe. What? How could those two possibly get connected? That's.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be any. There's no connections to any of this stuff. It's all it's all just fabricated nonsense. Okay, let's just have a
Crazy talk. That little alien church, or I don't know what that is. Crop Circle Manor. How's that alien? Little alien Pueblo? Yeah, well, there's Area 51. Looks like they're open to both here. Maybe I can find what I need at this store.
I think she was looking for a Roswell baseball hat.
Alright, surely.
You know, Alien Invasion Arcade.
Any of these stores are going to have something good. It's going to be this one. This one is huge. Let's see.
More inflatable aliens. Never heard this Marilyn Monroe connection before. I must have been. I mean, if Hitler can be involved, why can't Marilyn Monroe in this ET stuff?
I don't know. I didn't really find anything I had to have in there. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to beat my old Rachel Nevada hat.
But that's about it. That's a very quick look at Roswell, New Mexico. You know, completely themed on the ET stuff, of course. All the ET shops, the inflatable aliens and all that sort of stuff, done by Wanda Hussey, who lives in Las Vegas and drives out into the desert and looks at all these deserted mines and all this sort of stuff. It's quite an interesting channel. So check out Wonder Hussy. I'll leave a link to this video below. Actually, I'll just go to another video of hers. She did one of Rachel, which is just outside Area 51, and you can see this alien novelty, alien trinket theme continues. Okay, so this is Wonder Hussy again. Now she's now in Rachel, Nevada. As you can see, there's a sign in the background, the extraterrestrial highway. And you can see it's covered in stickers. Even the poles supporting the sign are covered in stickers. We were here. We came to Rachel. We spent some money.
Hey, Wonder Hussy here. Welcome to part 1 of my Area 51 adventure. If you don't know, Area 51 is this secret government base where the United States government supposedly stores and is reverse engineering a bunch of alien spaceships. A lot of people don't realize it's only a couple hours north of Vegas, in the middle of this vast dry lake bed, way in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, far away from prying eyes like mine. But if you're dedicated, you just might be able to figure out a way to sneak a peek. Area 51 is actually just one area of the giant swath of federal land known as the Nevada Test and Training Range, which also includes the Nevada Test Site, where all those test nukes were detonated back in the day. Which, by the way, you can sign up and take a tour of the Nevada Test Site right here.
Funny, none of the conspiracy theorists ever mentioned that, do they?
At the Atomic Testing Museum in Vegas. It's free. They do these bus tours once a month. You have to sign up pretty far in advance because they book up quick, but they bus you up to the test site and they even let you out of the bus at a bunch of different sites where...
Well, you can get exposed to radiation, no doubt.
They blew stuff up back in the day. I just did the tour back in September with my sister, and it was super interesting. They don't let you bring cameras, so I wasn't able to make a video, but they do let you have lunch at the base cafeteria, and that's pretty cool. Okay, obviously you can't just walk right...
So let tourists have lunch at the base cafeteria. Yeah, okay. I wonder if any of the tourists have ever seen aliens there, or people looking at drawings or diagrams of discussing alien spacecraft. Yeah, it's all terribly secret, isn't it? They bust tourists in there.
Out onto the base and poke around. It is a top secret government base. So the closest you can get is to go to this little town on the border of Area 51 called Rachel. Okay, when I say this place is in the middle of nowhere, I am not kidding. Look at that. I mean, any place that uses Tonopah as a reference is pretty friggin' remote. And the way you take to get to Rachel, Nevada, is this really cool highway that's technically called Nevada 375, but back in the 90s, in the interest of tourism, the state renamed it the Extraterrestrial Highway.
In the interest of tourism, who would have picked that?
And look at that cool ET font they used. All the highway signs look like this now. I don't know how much taxpayer money that costs, but it's kind of cool. And then people come from all over the world to check this place out. You can see stickers here from everywhere. I mean, look at this. I'll just zoom in on a few here. We got the mystery spot from Santa Cruz, California. Santa Cruz in the house. Oh, look, here's the Gem State Stencils. Idaho is here. Here's a bike shop from Vegas. Oh, look, Seattle. Oh, it looks like folks...
Yeah. All this from a balloon, from a crashed balloon string. They're doing well out of it, aren't they? Really.
Come from as far away as Uranus. Oh man, there's so much crazy stuff. Stickers on this. I better add one of my stickers now, just so people know I was here, especially after this video. Rachel, such as it is, hasn't even really been a town that long, only since the 1960s. I guess prior to that it was all public lands, but the policy back then, apparently the government had this policy where if you farmed and irrigated public lands for a certain number of years, they would give you title to the land, okay?
Move that on a bit. She goes on to say that it was actually named after the first child born there.
It's
Rachel.
actually a really cool bar, though. I've been here a number of times, but I've never made a video.
There you go, the little ale inn. Earthlings welcome. You know, it's all getting dollars out of people. It's just like the YouTube channels, just like the magazines. It's all about getting your money. It's got nothing whatsoever to do with ET or aliens.
Here, so I'm really excited. I'm also really hungry, and they serve delicious alien burgers, so I can't wait to go have one of those. Personally, I love it when towns just embrace their shtick and don't try to fight it. Like, look at this, the little alien, and they got, somebody's UFO got impounded.
Yeah, someone's part of the UFO on a double yellow line. Or a yellow line. Well, this serious UFO research. This could be a documentary about that fellow DeLong's new academy, really, couldn't it?
Oh, not again! I told you not to park on my planet. And then look over here. Ooh, what could this be? Guess what, guys? I hate to disappoint you, but it's just another environmental monitoring program. Just measuring the weather, that's all.
That's just a weather station.
Yeah, right. Look, it even says here on the door.
Now the conspiracy theorists will say, well, that's interesting. It's got a closed-circuit television camera on that mast. It's looking at the little alien to see who goes in there. It could, of course, be a security camera that's been put up there by the people that own the little alien. Flying saucer there, Area 51, aliens again. All species welcome.
For the alien, all species welcome, so I guess that includes us. Before we go in and have a bite, let's just look around the outside of this crazy place. Okay, here's the entrance to the world famous alien, little alien. So cute. I love how it's called the little alien, not just the alien. That's cute.
Well, they are supposed to be little, aren't they?
Look, it says here on the sign.
The famous alien burger. Earthlings welcome. Alien tequila. The world famous little alien, little alien proudly serving. Yeah.
Alien tequila and a famous alien burger. I can.
Who in Rachel or Roswell is going to say that there's nothing to this? It was just a balloon string when they're making so much money out of it. You know, I mean, if they didn't have this, they'd have nothing at all. Rachel wouldn't be there.
Cannot wait to try that. But before we go in, let's just make sure we see all this interesting graffiti and stuff.
More, flying saucers. Area 51.
It's around the front of it. So cool. And somebody really spent a lot of time on this graffiti. Nice work. They got this really cool fire pit out front for when it's warm in the summertime. Sit outdoors. Oh, look, there's a historical marker about it. Does this say the Groom Mining District? Oh, it just talks about the mining history of the town. I mean...
Yeah, the real history.
If you guys are interested in reading it, I'm going to go ahead and let you pause the video and read it. I don't want to stand here for the whole time. Oh, wow, look. Plaque was placed by the Quajo posse. I have this weird fascination with Quajo in my other videos.
No idea what that is.
Now, but he was a really interesting historical character. Probably some episodes of Frat. I'm not sure what that's all about. I know one of the guys in the bar was telling me he has a YouTube channel that its videos all about Rachel, so maybe he's just trying to keep it his own private thing, or maybe they've just been taken advantage of by, visiting film crews. Whatever the case, it's a private establishment. Well, who am I to argue with it? It's their right to not allow video. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to shoot any footage of me eating this delicious alien burger and having drinks and whatnot.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, as you can see, a lot of serious UFO ET research going on in Rachel, Nevada, and similarly in Roswell, the research centre there. The front window of the place is full of inflatable aliens and, plastic flying saucers. Okay. Now, there may be another clip to follow. But this may be the end, and if it is, thanks for watching as always, and I'll probably catch you again. But just keep watching, just in case this continues. Okay, this is another Wonder Hussy video, and now she's in Coyote, which is in California apparently. Let's have a look at this one. So you can see on the side of the van, Coyote's Flying Saucer Retrieval and Repair Service.
Coyote's Flying Saucer Retrievals and Repair Service. I mean, it might just look like a bunch of crazy junk to you, but guess what? There really are some flying saucers here. Yeah. I've never seen a flying saucer up close. We better go check that out. But before we get to all the flying saucers, look at all this other crazy stuff.
Let's get to the flying saucers.
Traffic cones. Alien traffic cones with broom. Oh yeah, I wonder where this was from. Because look, wherever it was from, it was 10-minute call limit. Sounds like in prison or something.
Yeah, more alien stuff.
Wow. Oh look, stickers. I better get one of those stickers. Hopefully they have those for sale. And then, oh wow, look, the phone even has an alien on it. I wonder what happens when you pick up the phone. Hello? What? The Earth is flat? Okay, I don't know about this phone, but there is a lot of other interesting stuff to look at out here. Like, look at this bar. Tell a lie vision. Oh, well, that kind of...
Oh, well, the conspiracy theorists will like that at least. You can see over here, there's a flying saucer. Of course, you know, all these tell a lie vision, you know, it's all paranoid, all these paranoid, delusional conspiracy theorists will tell you that everything you see on television is a lie. I forget to mention, of course, that almost everything you see on every conspiracy theory channel and read in every conspiracy theory magazine is also a lie, or is in fact a lie. Whereas a lot of stuff you see on television, of course, is not, is factual.
Reminds me of that art piece at East Jesus in my Slab City video. They have all those TVs with slogans painted on them like that, like anti-TV slogans. Look at this. Interesting. Kind of like a podium in a bar. Looks like a bar at a Burning Man camp, if you've ever been to Burning Man. Wow, look at this phone. Back in the day, remember? Conair had made phones. Wow. Oh, like here's some information about it. Coyotes Flying Saucer at gmail.com.
I've even got an email address for the aliens.
Oh, cool. Look, if you want to make any donations.
Oh, no. Who would have picked that? You can donate. You can donate money. And there's the little alien there, and they weren't really sure whether to give him 3 fingers or not, so they're giving him 2.5.
You can send them to that email address on PayPal. Helps this guy collect more junk, I guess. That's cool. I mean, it is an interesting red side attraction. Here's one of the flying saucers. Man, I really want one of those acrylic domes, but I feel like they're really hard to come by. I really want an acrylic globe, like an astronaut helmet or one of those old-timey Martian space helmets. So if anybody watching this has the means to make me one or get me one for cheap or happens to have one, I really want one of those acrylic old-timey spaceship domes. Oh, look.
Yeah, so if you can help her out with that, check out her channel. I'm sure there'll be contact details on there.
Here's a tip jar. I'll have to put a tip.
Another way of collecting your money.
Been there before I leave. I like stuff like this. I'll support it. Look, here's another one of those acrylic domes. Dang. I mean, they must be really expensive. These ones have peace signs on them. It's interesting. I wonder why the other one had the same little peace sign logo. I wonder what it's from or if he put that on there. Oh, well, look. Here's one of the actual aliens. Yikes.
Well, it's just as realistic as most of the stuff you see on these conspiracy theory channels, isn't it, really?
Cake meat your wiener. Look at this one. Oh, this is a girl. And how do I know it's a girl? Well, she's wearing pink camo, and she has
alien boobies. They're kind of pointy though, look. Woo! Oops, sorry, hashtag me too. Okay, look down here.
She didn't say how many alien boobies she had.
Looks like the road's blocked off. They don't want you to go down here. Maybe this is where the guy lives. Wow, I bet the guy who runs this place is a trip. I mean, look. Here we have a skeleton in a hard hat with a Hostess Cinnamon Streusel coffee cake box on one arm and a sign that says slow on the other. I mean, you tell me. This guy has to be pretty interesting, right? Anybody who builds all this, he must be pretty cool. Wish he was around. Oh, wow, look at this thing.
I wouldn't count on that, to be perfectly honest.
Holy cannoli, that thing is frankly terrifying.
To be honest, I think whoever built that would be a bit of a nightmare to spend any time with. You'd probably never get a word in edgeways. You'd be subjected to probably a
Mountain Springs Station site. So apparently...
You'd probably be subjected to a 20-minute monologue. You'd never get a word in edgeways, and it would be absolute rubbish, I suspect. I wouldn't be going out of my way to talk to the guy that built that place. Is that it as far as the flying saucers go? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I think I'll end it there. I'll leave the links to the 3 Wonder Hussy videos below if you want to watch the whole thing. The whole of her video in its entirety. But that just gives you some idea of what's really behind the continuation of the Roswell myth, the Roswell ET myth. It's all about money, selling inflatable aliens, getting the tourist dollar in, donate here, you can support this, buy the t-shirts, buy the stickers. It's all rubbish. Because all that came down in Brazel's field was a mogul balloon string or similar, made of balsa wood, sticks, tin foil, rubber strips and scotch tape. And it's turned into this UFO crash industry, and it's as simple as that. There's just nothing ET related whatsoever to the Roswell story. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Sad but true. I think it would be good if there was something to it, but there really isn't. Thanks for watching. Perhaps I'll catch you again.